how are you? Happy New Year! It's now 2012. And if you're like most people, you're going to try to do something different for yourself this year. And if you're like most Americans and Canadians, you want to change your eating habits. One way you can change your eating habits is by incorporating vegetables and fruit into your diet. I'm here to talk to you today about something called the glowing green smoothie. Kimberly Snyder is a nutritionist to the stars. She wrote a book called The Beauty Detox, and I'm going to show you one of her smoothies that's in her book. And for this smoothie, you will need 1.5 to 2 cups of cold filtered water. You'll need 6 cups of spinach. You'll need 5 cups of romaine lettuce, which is about 1 head of romaine lettuce. You'll need 2 celery stalks, which I don't put in it. I don't like the taste of celery in my drink, so I don't put the celery. But if you like celery, then you could put it in. You need 1 apple, 1 pear, 1 banana, half of the juice of half of a lemon, and some cilantro or parsley. You can replace the spinach and lettuce with kale or arugula. You can alternate and put different greens in your juice if you'd like, in your smoothie, And that's about it. So stay tuned and here we go. All right, so let's get started. First, you add your water to your blender. I have a Ninja, which is a little bit different than a regular blender, whereas you don't just turn on a button, I have to pulse it. So mine is a little bit different than what you might have at home. So you start off with your water, and then you put in your romaine lettuce. You put it in a little bit at a time, and you break up your lettuce really small. The reason you do that is the blender is something that has to break up the particles and all the vegetables and stuff. So the smaller your pieces that you put into your blender, the easier it is for the blender to make them into a juice or a smoothie, if you will. If you already have a hard time eating vegetables, you might not like this smoothie, but most of my diet consists of fruit and vegetables, so I actually enjoy this smoothie. I replace on average 2 meals a day by a juice or a smoothie, and then I have a regular meal at night, and I have a snack in between my juices usually. And that's about what I do. So first you start with the lettuce. Now the longer you blend it, obviously the more broken down it'll become. So when you get to the apples and everything, you're gonna really wanna blend it. And the reason you blend the lettuce and the spinach and kale or whatever first is so that it can get broken down more easily. If you wait till later, it might not get broken down as easily. So there's the lettuce. And for mine, I've put half spinach and half kale for the second part, not just plain spinach. Every day I have a spinach salad with my supper. Usually about 5 out of 7 times I'd say I have a spinach salad with my dinner at night. So to me, drinking my spinach or eating my spinach doesn't make much difference. Studies show that most people don't get enough greens and fruits and vegetables and fresh foods in their diet. So this is a great way to get fruit and vegetables in your diet on a daily basis. It's full of antioxidants and age-fighting components and stuff, things to fight aging. No one wants to age, right? We all want to stay 21 forever. But realistically, we can't. So now the spinach, whoops, and the kale. Next, we're going to add the parsley. You can add parsley and or cilantro. I only have parsley with me today, and I've broken them down. I've taken all the little pieces of parsley off the stems. The only reason I've done that is because of my blender. If you have a really, really good blender, then go ahead and leave the stems on. When I make juice, I leave the stems on my parsley, so it's up to you. You know what your blender is capable of. So noisy. If it's not the blender, it's the juicer. So either way, it's noisy in my house when I make food. Next, I have the apples and the pear. Make sure you take all the seeds out of your apples. Studies have shown that apple seeds actually contain cyanide. It's a small quantity of cyanide, but if you're trying to be healthy, why would you want cyanide in what you're going to drink, right? So it's best to take it out. So 1 apple and 1 pear. And I wouldn't use a Granny Smith apple only because it's so bitter. I would use like an Empire apple or Macintosh apple or something like that. And as I said, cut everything really small to make it easier for your blender to handle. Get it all in there. Next, the banana. I put my bananas in the freezer. I tend to not like bananas the minute they turn brown. So instead of wasting them, I put them in the freezer, which makes them great for smoothies, for baking and whatnot. That way you don't waste your bananas. So this banana is actually frozen, not coming out. The banana, the pear, and the apple really add sweetness to your smoothie. You really don't notice that you're drinking, 10 cups of green vegetables. It tastes more like the banana is really overpowering. And the last ingredient is our lemon juice, the juice of half of a lemon freshly squeezed. Lemon is really good for you. You should wake up in the morning and actually have a warm cup of water with half of the lemon wedge in it to wake up your body and to release any toxins that have come up overnight and stuff and get your body ready for the process of working so hard on digesting all your food. So the last thing is the lemon, and blend again. The great thing about a smoothie as opposed to a juice is that a smoothie can last in the fridge for a couple of days. So if you're all alone at home and you make this, 48 ounces is a lot. They suggest that you have 16 ounces in a day of this smoothie, not too much. You can work your way up if you really want to and have it twice a day or something, but per sitting you should only have 16 ounces. So with a smoothie, you can put it in the fridge, make sure it's well closed and sealed and everything. You keep it in your fridge for 2 or 3 days, you're good to go. But with juice, it's best if you drink it right away, which might deter a lot of people from drinking juice. Mind you, I make mine at night and I have mine for breakfast and lunch the next day. I don't have time to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and start making juice. So there are ways. I mean, I'm probably not getting as many vitamins and nutrients as someone who's juicing and immediately having it would have, but it's still better than having McDonald's for lunch, that's for sure. And there you have it, the glowing green smoothie. Cheers to your health. Take care.